What's up, guys? We're here in Seoul, the vibrant capital city of South Korea, and in this video, I'm going to show you our top things to do here. So hope you enjoy it. Seoul is located in the northwest of South Korea. It's an immense city, with the greater metropolitan area making up over half of the country's entire population. This is a busy yet rewarding destination, offering everything from magnificent royal palaces to traditional Hanok villages, a vibrant culinary scene, and tranquil natural spaces. In this video, we'll highlight the best things to do in Seoul for first-time visitors. Make sure to watch until the end, as we'll also share essential travel tips to make your trip seamless. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. Gangnam is located on the south side of the Han River. It's one of the most recognizable districts in the city, largely thanks to the world-famous song Gangnam Style. This area is synonymous with luxury, holding a reputation as Seoul's most exclusive neighborhood. One of the highlights is visiting the visually stunning Starfield Library inside the COEX Mall. You should also take time to dive into K-pop culture at the K-Star Road, where you can find some photogenic bear statues. Indulging in high-end shopping on the surrounding streets is also a popular thing to do in this area. For a contrast to the modern vibe, you can explore the UNESCO-listed royal tombs, which are the burial mounds of 3 rulers and consorts from the Joseon dynasty. These historical tombs are located within a lush forested park. If you're looking to take a break from the hustle and bustle, try visiting one of Seoul's green spaces. We really enjoyed the Seoul Forest, which is located to the east of the city center. This multi-themed park features a beautiful pond, a deer corral, vast open lawns, and tranquil walking paths. For an even more expansive option, head to the Olympic Park. This park was originally built for the 1988 Summer Games. Watching a drone show is a unique experience, with over 1,000 drones forming incredible images in the night sky. Performances are usually held seasonally, such as on select weekend nights in spring and autumn. When we visited in September, the show was held at Tuksum Hangang Park, drawing a large local crowd. Check the Seoul Drone Show website or social media closer to your travel time for the most up-to-date schedule. But if your visit doesn't align with the same timetable as a drone show, you can head to the Banpo Bridge for the Moonlight Rainbow Fountain Show. This spectacle takes place from April to October, generally running every evening from 7:30 to 9, with 20-minute shows occurring every 30 minutes. Renting a bike along the Han River is a great way to enjoy Seoul from a different perspective. The riverside boasts wide biking lanes, which allow you to cover significant distances at your own pace. We did a scenic ride from Namsan Station to Banpo Hangang Bridge, which covers about 14 kilometers or 8.6 miles. The ride took us about 2.5 hours total. This was at a very relaxing pace, including a picnic stop along the riverbank and multiple river crossings. We timed our ride to start later in the afternoon, so we could catch the first evening light and fountain show at Banpo Bridge. Renting is easy with the Seoul Bike app, which is used to locate a nearby bicycle and then unlock it with a QR code. A 24-hour pass only costs about 5,000 won. One of Seoul's most famous and popular neighborhoods is Myeongdong, serving as a vibrant shopping district. As a prime tourist hub, the area is constantly buzzing, with hundreds of stores illuminated by shining neon lights. It offers a perfect mix of fashion, entertainment, and K-beauty shops that offer the latest trends. By late afternoon, the main street transitions into a dynamic night market, where stalls offer delicious street food. Just be aware that the food prices here are higher than those found in more traditional local markets, which we'll talk about later in this video. Located in Seoul's city center, Insadong is known as the heart of Korea's traditional culture and art scene. The area has a long main street, as well as winding side alleys, all lined with typical wooden-fronted shops. You can find a range of small boutiques and art galleries, selling everything from modern paintings to ancient ceramics. There's also some hidden tea houses with great ambiances, where you can enjoy a tasty cup. When we visited during the weekend, we were lucky to catch some cultural street performances. A day tour to the Korean demilitarized zone is a must-do experience. It offers a look into the most defining part of modern Korean history, which is the division of the peninsula. The DMZ was established by the 1953 armistice and is a fortified buffer strip that's about 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles wide. Our DMZ tour covered significant sites such as the 3rd Infiltration Tunnel and an observatory with direct views of North Korea. While videos and photography weren't allowed inside the high security zone, we were allowed to document the visitor areas just outside of it. The trip concluded at the Red Suspension Bridge, providing a moving end to the history-packed day. It's pretty difficult to visit this region of South Korea on your own, so we're definitely happy that we chose to experience it with a local guide who knew the area well, which brings us to the sponsor of today's video. Get Your Guide is the leading online travel experience platform, with more than 110,000 curated things to do in 150 countries, from exclusive attractions to off-the-beaten-path gems. In Seoul alone, there's over 450 experiences to choose from. All of these are rated and reviewed by verified travelers, just like us. This means you can find activities matching your interests and book with confidence. Their user-friendly app keeps all your tickets and experiences organized in one convenient place. The DMZ specifically is a highly controlled military zone, and independent entry is strictly prohibited by South Korean regulations. You can only visit with a licensed tour company, which Get Your Guide provided many options for on their platform. The guide isn't only mandatory for managing security checks, but also provides contextual information about the divided Koreas, which is something we really appreciated. With 24/7 customer support and a flexible cancellation policy, Get Your Guide gives you the peace of mind to book confidently. The ability to modify plans up to 24 hours in advance ensures your itinerary can adapt to changing weather or preferences. Based on our experiences, we highly recommend Get Your Guide for your next adventure. Namsan Mountain is a prominent landmark situated at the southern edge of Seoul's central Myeongdong district. You can ascend the mountain via numerous well-maintained walking tracks. Alternatively, you can take a quicker route by first riding the free inclined elevator to the lower cable car station. From there, you can buy a round-trip ticket to the top of the mountain. The peak offers phenomenal panoramic city views, which are especially popular at sunset when the city lights begin to sparkle. The Seoul Tower can also be found at this summit, which you can ascend for even better views of the sprawling metropolis and the Han River. The tower complex also features other interesting areas to visit if you have time. These include the famous Locks of Love, free lower observation decks, and a small shopping zone. Hongdae is located west of Seoul's city center and is short for Hongik University Street. Drawing energy from the university's art scene, this neighborhood is a magnet for young people, as well as tourists. We made sure to experience this vibrant district during both the afternoon and at night. While the daytime offered great opportunities for shopping, as well as cozy cafe breaks, we preferred the evening atmosphere. This is when the area truly came alive, with neon lights, music spilling from bars, and people enjoying the countless game options in the local arcades. Cheonggyecheon is a restored waterway in the heart of the city. It officially begins at a plaza near the Seoul City Hall and flows for 11 kilometers or 6.8 miles before ending near the Han River. The most interesting and historic section runs from Plaza East toward Gwangjan Market. This is a comfortable walk of about 2 kilometers or 1.2 miles one way. This section features small waterfalls, various art installations, and stepping stones as you stroll below the city streets. Seoul is home to 5 royal complexes, which stand as monuments to the Joseon dynasty that ruled Korea for over 500 years. The most famous is Gyeongbokgung Palace, since it's the largest and most imposing of these complexes. Here, you can find the vast throne hall and the stunning lakeside pavilion. If you rent the traditional dresses called hanboks, you can enter the palace for free. Just a short walk to the east sits Cheonggyecheon Palace, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This palace is celebrated for its more organic design, and we found it to be a much more relaxed experience.
When you are at the palace, we do recommend paying the extra fee to visit the secret garden because it's such a peaceful and lush forest setting.
Also centrally located, Ikseon was our favorite neighborhood in the city, and a wonderful area to stay. This historic district is defined by its maze of narrow streets and traditional Korean houses called hanoks, which are now home to some of Seoul's hippest spots. The atmosphere is more intimate here, with cozy restaurants, craft beer bars, and aesthetic cafes at every turn. We particularly loved the local Korean barbecue options, some of which had outdoor seating in small courtyards. Trying the local dishes is an absolute must when visiting South Korea. If you're new to this cuisine, joining a food tour is the best way to tackle the endless options. We joined a tour to sample Gwangjan Market's finest, skipping the lines and enjoying an immersive cultural experience. This is one of Seoul's oldest and largest traditional street markets. Our host guided us to numerous local vendors, where we tried a variety of dishes, such as gimbap, savory pancakes, spicy tteokbokki, dumplings, bibimbap, and traditional rice wine. We also sampled some more adventurous dishes. These included chicken feet, beef tartare, and even live octopus.
It's not moving anymore.
You're eating it like a noodle.
Not good. Slurping on it.
When you are at the palace, we do recommend paying the extra fee to visit the secret garden because it's such a peaceful and lush forest setting.
Not good. Slurping on it. 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 Not good. Slurp
Located on the northern edge of the city, Bukhansan National Park is home to jagged granite peaks and dense forests, offering some of the best hiking in the country. We tackled the popular Bukhansan main route. This point-to-point hike is about 7.6 kilometers or 4.7 miles total, with 761 meters or 2,496 feet of elevation gain. The trek starts at the information center, following paved paths past historic gates and temples. It then quickly transitions to a challenging mix of rocky terrain and endless stone steps. The final ascent requires holding onto metal poles and some ropes. Unfortunately, we couldn't reach the very top since the peak was closed for maintenance the same day that we were there. So here's a stock photo of what it can look like if you make it to the summit. You can enjoy incredible panoramas of Seoul before descending toward the Bukhansan metro station. It can get really hot during summer, so plan on bringing a lot of water for the trek. A Hanok Village is a residential neighborhood composed entirely of Korean traditional houses, with unique curved tile roofs and wooden structures. Seoul has several different ones. The most famous one is Bukhansan Hanok Village, centrally located between the two palaces. Its winding streets offer awesome views of the modern city framed by historic rooftops. Just keep in mind that it can get quite crowded on the small streets here due to its immense popularity. But our personal favorite Hanok village was actually a newer one called Unpyeong, situated at the northwestern edge of the city. This village boasts a serene setting, nestled directly under the granite peaks of Bukhansan National Park. We loved the atmosphere in the small cafes, as well as the tranquil wooden walkways in the adjacent wildlife reserve. As we promised at the beginning of the video, here are 3 essential travel tips for Seoul. First, the city is huge, and while its public transport is excellent, spending less time commuting means more time sightseeing. For a first-time visit, we highly recommend staying in a central area, such as Myeongdong, Insadong, or Ikseon. All of these neighborhoods are close to key cultural sites. We stayed in both Hongdae and Ikseon, and preferred the latter since it placed us in close proximity to the majority of the city's main attractions. However, Hongdae did seem to offer more budget accommodation options if that's the priority for your trip, and it's also well connected. The subway and bus system in Seoul is fast and incredibly well organized. You'll need a reloadable travel card for your visit, which can be purchased and topped up with cash at any convenience store, such as CU or GS25, as well as at machines and subway stations. You should note that Google Maps doesn't work for transit directions in South Korea, so make sure to download and use Naver Maps to get around. They offer accurate, real-time subway and bus routes, including which exit to take. Seoul's weather has dramatic changes from season to season. Avoid the summer from late June to August, which is marked by high heat, intense humidity, as well as the monsoon season that brings heavy rain. When we visited in early September, it was still quite hot and humid. For the most comfortable experience, target the autumn from October to early November, or the spring from April to May for milder temperatures. Winter is very cold, with average January lows often dropping below freezing. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed it. You can find more videos about South Korea on our channel as well. These include more tips for exploring around different destinations. And if you're planning your trip to South Korea, we recommend keeping things organized with our interactive travel planner. Find a discount code in the description below the video. We also included all the important links you need for your Seoul experience in the description below this video. We'll catch you on the next adventure.